Hi, thank you so much for being part of the 2025 CODiE Award judging process. I'm Jennifer Baranowski. I'm the CODiE Awards president, and I'm so grateful for you volunteering your time to support this award program. So, this will be a really quick overview on how to have a successful judging experience with the CODiE Awards. Great overview for people that have never judged before, and it's a good resource for people that have been judges for a while and may or may not, or may have taken a year off or whatever. So, anyway, let's get started. So, as I mentioned, you're as a CODiE Award judge, you're joining a distinguished group of experts who are really focused on identifying the most innovative technology products that are transforming the way we work, live, and do business. So, judges are experts in their fields and have very diverse backgrounds. So, we have a lot of educators, software developers, entrepreneurs, investors, kind of all over the map, lots of executives, and they're all here to really, again, advance technology. And so, we're so grateful for the time and energy that goes into this. I know everyone has very busy lives, and so we're very, very grateful for that. This is an exclusive club. This year we received 1,200 applications to be judges, and we can't accept them all. And these are really highly qualified individuals. So, again, thank you so much for being part of this and really committing to this experience. What you can expect is that you'll be assigned 5 entries to review. So, you might receive fewer. Some judges want more. If we're able to accommodate that, we will. But like I said, we're trying to um, build in as many judging opportunities as possible for this program. And then each nomination that you're reviewing, each of those 5 entries, will require a live demo. So some people choose to have them be recorded in advance. That's fine with me as long as that works for you and the nominee. And those demos will be between approximately 30 minutes to 60 minutes. Sometimes some categories, like the gaming ones, for example, playing with the games is more effective. So they might skip doing a demo and instead allow you a chance to play and then connect with the nominees afterwards. So if you run into these kind of things, obviously use your discretion. You're all professionals, and let me know if anything comes up. I'm here and happy to support this process for you too. And then note that this is a huge part of the judging process. So your evaluation of these products accounts for 80% of their overall score. So that's a really sizable chunk of the scoring. So it's really important to make sure you're putting your best foot forward as you're going through this process and giving the nominees the best feedback you can as on their products that they're presenting. So here's a quick snapshot of the timeline on what to expect. The review phase is going on now and will close September 12th. That's when all scores are due for the CODiE Awards. You'll want to have your demos scheduled by August 15th. This is really to help us make sure that things are moving along. We definitely don't want to be in a position where this evaluation part of the process is due to close and no one's reached out to schedule demos with you, and so you don't have what you need in order to properly evaluate the product. So let us know if that you haven't received any outreach from your nominees, and we're happy to help intervene and make sure that those get scheduled in a timely basis. Note that some nominees are in several categories, so they have, you know, a couple of dozen demos to schedule, which takes some time. So if you're noticing lapse in communication, again, just tap on the CODiE Award team. Info@codieawards.com is a great resource. You'll get in touch with one of us pretty quickly. So I would recommend doing that. And then make sure to have your demos completed by September 5th. This is a great opportunity if you haven't heard from your nominees, make sure to let us know. But that gives you a full, a good week and a few days to have all your scores in advance of that September 12th deadline. Um, and then because we do announce the finalists on September 24th. So that is an exciting day for me. I get to see, which products have kind of gotten through the first hurdle of the awards, and it's a nice opportunity to kind of see how all the products did across the categories. And then everyone who participated as a judge in the first round review will also get an invitation to participate in the community vote or the second round. And this is a really quick vote. It's really just seeing who's in the categories, reading through some of the information that they've presented in the portal, and being like, I like this one, and you move on. That's why it's only worth 20%, but it's a nice way for more eyes to be on the products and to really see what's out there. And then final deadline is October 22nd. That's when we're officially announcing the winners. So we'll have them announced online, and we'll make sure to notify all of you so you can see which ones actually won. So yes, these are the big points to keep track of. And what I'll say too is, if you get to that September 5th deadline and have not had a demo, please do ask the various nominees for a recording of the demo, because that way you have something to review outside of just the materials in the portal. So I've touched on a lot of these already, but just to reiterate on what to expect, you'll be assigned up to 5 products to review. Oftentimes you'll have fewer of them than that, and they may be across several categories. So just be really diligent in identifying which category you're reviewing, so you're looking at the correct evaluation criteria and really are in that frame of mind. Nominees will be reaching out to you to schedule a live demo. You're welcome to reach out to your nominees too. All of their contact information is in the judging portal, which you have access to. If you have not received that, it may be in your spam. I hope we're not going to spam, but if we are, check that out. And just reach out to that info@CODieAwards.com if you have not heard from your nominees yet. Product demos are conducted virtually. If you happen to be in the same city and want to get together with a nominee in person, you are absolutely welcome to. We have had that happen before, but there is zero pressure to do so. So the other thing to know is that occasionally nominees will try and get you to schedule a demo that is longer than 1 hour. Please do not do that. We're only asking each of you to commit up to an hour of time per demo. So even if it's running over, just keep an eye on the clock and let them know that they have an hour, and and make sure that it's done by then. And they've received that same communication as well. So demos may be pre-recorded if that's better for your schedule. I know a lot of educators are in the classrooms during normal business hours, and we have a lot of judges that are based all over the world. So if you're having trouble connecting in a time that feels reasonable, I don't want anyone doing this at midnight. Life is way too short and we need our rest. Then a recording is a great option, and you can always ask questions via email after the fact or schedule a quick check-in. And then you may be on a demo with a fellow judge. Each product is reviewed by 2 judges. Some nominees really like to have them scheduled together, some do not. If you have a strong preference one way or the other, feel free to communicate that with your nominees, and we're flexible with either approach, just as long as the evaluations feel fair and everyone is on the same page. So, and then what you'll notice is that evaluations are based off the category specific criteria that's located in your portal. I'll give you a screenshot of that in just a moment. But really do, as you're evaluating, some people like to print off those evaluation criteria. Some people like to go through the evaluation as the demo is happening. My only thing is just really do be present and commit to that demo time. It's so easy to multitask, but everyone knows you're multitasking. So please just stay focused and commit to the up to an hour per demo. So that way you can knock this off and complete your evaluation is, right then and there. And then, as I mentioned, the scores are worth 80% of the overall score. Now, here is a quick screenshot of the login page. So this is the judge portal that you all were emailed access to. Just enter your email address and password and then the login. There is a magic link option if you don't frequently use this site. So you can set that up for a one time and then you're automatically in. So it's pretty easy breezy. Once you're in, you'll see all of the products assigned to you with the contact information. So where the arrow is pointed is the nomination number and the product name. You will see the contact information for the contact there. If you have multiple products assigned to you, you'll see them all listed here. And then once you've recorded your scores, they'll actually pop up. So that's that. And then for actually looking at the evaluation criteria, we just click on this application number and name of the application. Okay, so once you've clicked on that product name, you'll see again the contact information and all the information for that specific product. On the left-hand side, there's a little next button that you'll be able to see the product description. You'll be able to see all of the materials that the nominee put into their application that helps you get a better sense of what the product is so you can go into it informed. You can go into the demo informed. And then on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see the evaluation form. So it scrolls and you'll see each of these judging criteria are a 1 through 10 scale. Please do not enter scores until you've viewed a demo, whether it's recorded or live. This is what will be used for the evaluation. And then the other thing I ask is that you be as detailed as possible in your written feedback for the nominees. It's really important. This is what they love most about this program is that, detailed feedback. We're all professionals, and so do be, constructive yet kind in your evaluation. Make sure it's professional because they do use this to share with their teams, and it's helpful to hear what the experts have to say there. So a few sentences on what you loved, what you'd like to see in future rounds, all of that good stuff. Okay, so here's some kind of how-tos and what to expect throughout the judging process. So before the demos, make sure you access your assignments via that judge portal that we just took a peek at. Like I mentioned, the magic link is a great way to bypass having to remember a password. I don't know if you're like me and cannot remember what you ate for breakfast. This is a great option for you. Review the materials and coordinate a demo time. As I mentioned, you're welcome to communicate with the nominees, or you can wait for them to contact you. Totally up to you on personal preferences. I personally like to get ahead of it and let the nominees know what times work best for my schedule. So that's a great way to kind of facilitate that outreach. And then make sure you reviewed the judging criteria before the demo, just so you kind of know what you're looking for. You can find that on the CODiE Award website on the category page or in your judge portal, as I just showed. And then make sure to check your spam for communications. Sometimes if you're not regularly communicating with someone, the the messages will wind up there. So check out your spam folders, make sure they're not getting stuck. And then do a quick check of the tech that they're using. I know a lot of people will be, only Teams or only Zoom or, have a preferred, WebEx or whatever it is. Just make sure that your computer is set up to be able to pull up that presentation quickly. And that way you don't run into any delays. And then during the demo, make sure you're on time. And like I mentioned, please don't multitask during it. It's tempting, I know, to kind of look at other things going on or like hear the pings of your inbox you know, or Teams or whatever it may be. But try and, really focus on this one thing at this particular time. Have the judging rubric up so you can take notes as you go. Some people like to print off a rubric of their own. Some people just take notes on the side. Some people actually fill it out as they go. So it's really a personal preference on what works best for you. Ask questions. So if you'd like to dive deeper into a part of the demo that they may have kind of done just an overview and you'd love to see more, you're welcome to do that. If you find that you're running short on time and you're really interested in revisiting something, um, you can ask them if it's okay if you go a little bit longer. Or perhaps there's someone on their team that would be willing to walk you through that specific area at a later date. So, and then they can also email you some more examples if that's helpful. And then as a pro tip, it's really nice to just ask them to record the demo and put the link in the portal just in case you want to revisit anything. That way it's there and you have that option. And nowadays, most people have a recording tool that are part of their demos anyway. So it should be a very low lift and easy to accomplish. And then during the demo, oops, this is supposed to be after the demo, score using a 1 through 10 scale. So remember that 10 is the highest score. And let us know if any of the criteria are just not applicable. We don't want to unfairly dock points from people because something just isn't quite right for a criteria. And then, as I mentioned, please provide as much detailed written feedback as possible. So be courteous, be kind, and be detailed. I mean, honestly, it's nice to put as much in there as you can, just as you're going through it. I highly recommend doing this immediately following the demo while it's fresh because it's very easy to kind of get mixed up with was this part of that product or that. So do it right then and there. It also helps us on the back end to make sure that we can see, oh, things are moving along, they've connected and had their demo. So it's great all around. And then if you need any clarification to any of the evaluation criteria or what you've seen in the demo, feel free to reach out to the nominees. They want to put their best foot forward. So, if there's anything that will help you just with your evaluation, please do reach out to them. And then, as I mentioned, again, please, please, please complete your scores as soon as possible after the demo. Okay, and then here are just a few best practices from past judges. So they're pretty straightforward, but it's a good reminder. So be responsive. So, the sooner these demos are recorded and completed, the sooner the process is done. And it's very easy to kind of have our calendars fill up. So do be responsive and try and get them scheduled as soon as possible. You definitely want to plan ahead. So we're hoping to have all of the demos scheduled by August 15th and completed by that September 5th date. I mean, we have some vacation time in there. We have, holidays. So just make sure that you are being mindful of your time, of their time, and scheduling in advance as much as you can. And then do you plan on blocking a full hour of time for the demo? You probably won't need that whole thing, but it's nice to have it available. And then, as I mentioned, feel free to reach out to the nominees with your availability and preferences. It's nice to have it scheduled on your time, so I highly recommend doing that. And of course, professionalism is critical to this. So you're representing the CODiE Awards. So it's a volunteer program that's been going on for nearly 40 years. Um, we're a global organization, so please, 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 remember that yes, this is volunteering, but it is a professional environment. So please go into it with that courtesy and respect. And then because I will hear all about it if that doesn't happen. And then be prepared. So remember to review that judging criteria and materials beforehand. Stay on time. So there's perhaps nothing more frustrating than people that go way over, a scheduled time. So again, it's totally fine if you want to let people know that we're coming up on time and you'd like to ask questions and things like that, just so they know, like they're reminded too of that 1 hour commitment. It's respected on both sides. And then yes, enter your scores within a few minutes of completing the demo while it's fresh. That way it's off your plate and you can feel confident that you've scored the right category and product altogether. And if for some reason something goes awry and you need me to go in and um, you know X out all of your scores so you can redo them, no problem. Just email that info@codieawards.com. And again, like really focus on that clear, constructive feedback. Your input truly does matter and is provided to various teams within the different companies. So it's really valuable, and do make sure to spend time on that. Ask questions. It's always great to just clarify, dive deeper into things that you want a little bit more clarity on, and have that dialogue with the nominees. I mean, these are people you may end up working with at some point. So it's really nice to just get as much information as you can. And then, as we mentioned, just make sure to do that tech check, and so you are able to get into the product without any problems. And lastly, here are some support and resources available to you. So um, go ahead and log into that judge portal at any point. That is going to be your place to go for anything regarding the judging process. That's actually where we will host the second round review as well. And we will be in touch with next steps there once that time comes and once we've announced the finalists. We do have FAQs and guidelines listed on the CODiE Awards website under the Judges tab. So feel free to poke around there and you'll see all kinds of information on what to expect. You can always email us at the info@codieawards.com. Also, there's the CODiE Awards LinkedIn page and the CODiE Awards Judge Group. Those resources are located here. You can also access them from our website. Please don't be shy about posting, questions in the judge forum. That's what it's there for, is to really, build that community. And we have many judges that have judged for a long time. So, do not be shy at asking questions. And, again, reach out if anything comes up. We're so excited to have you be part of this process and look forward to seeing the reviews. Thank you.